We're getting on YouTube. All right, now we're live on YouTube. So very nice to meet you guys here again. And I wanna start asking you guys to introduce yourselves so we can know a little bit more about each other. So Brenner, could you start?
Yeah, of course. Hi, guys. Good afternoon again. My name is Brenna. I am 27. I live basically my entire life on Rio, the capital. I don't have children or pets, just plants. I live alone. Sometimes I visit my grandma. I work as a software developer for 5 years, I guess. Yeah, that's correct. Um, I sad that my knee is hurting because of surgery I went through, and that's it.
But you're okay after
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, it's hurting because it's normal to hurt, uh, right after the surgery, but I'm okay.
Okay, very nice. And how about you, Alex? Go ahead.
My name is Alex. I'm 34 years old. I'm majoring in software engineering. I'm very tired because I'm studying some things for the university. Um, that's why this week has been tough. I live with my parents in São Paulo, Mauá. I have 4 cats, and I'm really trying to get in the field, as a programmer. That's it.
Yeah, very nice. And how about you, Larissa? Go ahead.
Hi guys again. I'm Larissa. I have 30 years old. Sorry, my voice. I have a flu this week, but I am studying product design, and I'm here to improve my English, to practice with you. I have a daughter, a cat. I live in Florianópolis, but I'm from Rio de Janeiro, and this is it.
Yeah, very nice having you here. And now we have one more person that is coming here. Let's just wait until we can see. Hi, Peter. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine and you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. Can you introduce yourself for us?
Okay. My name is Pedro Jaued. I'm 36 years old. I'm I'm from Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais. Today I'm very tired. Uh, I work tomorrow. Yesterday, but I'm here. I'm journalist degree, but I don't work here on the area. I don't have kids, don't have pets, but I love pets. I love dogs. And yeah, in my free time, I watch movies. I love to go concerts, rock and roll concerts, metal concerts, festivals, music festivals. That's it.
Very nice having you here. And guys, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm El Tavares. I'm from São Paulo too. I live here and I like to study languages. I intend to work with them in the future. I love animals, especially dogs, and they are everything for me. And let me say, I love eating, and that's it. I like traveling too. I tend to travel more than I do now, but it's a process. So, guys, just telling some things about the platform. Talking Talk is a platform where we can practice English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Mandarin. In the future, we'll be able to practice other languages too. And here's a safe place to make mistakes. We're not here to judge anybody. We are here to make mistakes. We're here to learn with each other. And I'm not a teacher, so I'm not going to teach you anything, but everybody's going to learn a lot from each other's experiences and point of views. And just to let that clear, here's a conversation 100% in English. So, of course, we can say some words in Portuguese if that's necessary, that's okay, but it's mainly in English. And Johnny couldn't be here today, that's why I'm here to replace him. So, I just put the questions on the chat, so now we can start. Alex, could you read and answer the first question? Today's topic is beating procrastination.
Yeah. Question 1. What are the most common reasons you find yourself procrastinating, and how do you typically recognize when it's happening? Oh, it's a big problem for me. Mostly when I get something to do and there's a deadline, it's something important. So I tend to procrastinate till the last moment, and at the last moment I start to run for it. Um, I just know, I recognize a pattern. If it's something from the university or something, a project, I start to, okay, I will begin to do this task at 4 p.m. So I will, oh no, more time, and sometimes it's horrible because I get no time at all to do the task. I just know there's this pattern. There's always a deadline. There's always something important, and I do procrastinate. I know that even study, I know it's something good for me, but I procrastinate because I have time.
Yeah.
I think it's something that we all do at some level,
Yeah, I
That's
feel
for
like
me.
that's, yeah, sometimes like, okay, I know I need to do this, but I have time. So I'm going to let it let that for another moment. And then the moment comes and I really see, okay, I need to do that right now. I need to focus on it. But sometimes it's I just me atropelo and that can happen. Hi Maria, how are you doing? Can you
Hi
introduce yourself?
Mel, how are you?
I'm
Hi
good.
guys. My name is Maria. I am 25 years old. I'm from Porto Alegre, Rio Grande do Sul. I have two cats and one dog, and I'm from the social program here at Takantak.
Okay, very nice. Guys, now that we have 6 people here, I'm going to split the rooms so everybody can have more time to speak and to talk with each other. But let's finish the first question and then I split the rooms, okay? So Larissa, what do you think of this, about the first question?
I think Alex say exactly what I wanted to answer. For me, it's the same. I let the things that I have to do for the last minute because I have time. So I think when I do this, I realize that I am procrastinating, But with studies too, I do this, and I think is only in this stuff. Some things in the work that I am doing or in my studies.
Yeah, I see. And how about you, Brenner? Do you have this feeling? How's that?
Yeah, I do. Just a minute. Um, Usually I procrastinate things that takes me time, like do the dishes is not a problem, but clean the entire house is a problem because it will take time to do. So my brain faces it as a big problem. So and social media is a my big villain. I when I need to do something that is important and takes time. Uh, I can open the social media. Otherwise, I won't do what I need to do. So yeah, happens a lot of time with me.
Let's see. And how's that for you, Peter? The first question.
Yeah. Today I don't have more custom to procrastinate in my professional life. I don't have a passion for this, but I to fetch I resolve the problem. I free to the problem. I prefer this, but in my personal life, I have the cause to procrastinate my things. I have things on my home, and I procrastinate a lot. This is totally bad for me, but uh, I resolved one problem. This is my professional life. In the next opportunity, I resolved the other problem in my personal life to procrastinate.
No, see, it's complicated for me too. I feel like I would like to not have this, like, and especially I feel like sometimes what happens is with the social media too. Sometimes you just start with a video. That's all you need to start it. So then you go to another video and another one and other one. But that's why I feel like I'm trying to stop it. One thing that I saw, I didn't try it, but it was to make the phone black and white, the screen. I didn't try it, but I think I'm going to, because maybe that can help me to go against it and to avoid this completely. And how's that for you, Maria, about the first question?
I remember right now about an app that it's called Forest, and it's like you plant a tree in the app, and if you open like WhatsApp or Instagram, the tree dies, and it's like an app to incentivar a focar nas tarefas que você tem que fazer. It's a great application. I think the most common reason is usually I have to do something like, I think it was Brenner who said like about a big thing, and then I kind of paralyze and I have to wait until it's like água tá na bunda, and then I have the energy to do that thing.
Let's see.
I have ADHD, so I think that also complica.
I see your point. And it's, yeah, I think it's complicated for everyone has that goes through this situation, but I'd say it's something that everybody can at least try to improve it, to avoid this, and just try some methods to really avoid this um these habits of procrastinating everything and just letting it be for as long as we can. So guys, I'm going to split the rooms. For those who are going to be in the other room, please be respectful. Everybody will have time to talk, so please respect each other's moments of speaking. And 10 minutes before the end of the conversation, everybody will come back. So thank you very much, and I see you again in a few minutes. Let's just wait until the guys can go. All right. So let's move on to the second question. Peter, could you read it and answer?
Yeah. How do you differentiate between need a break and procrastinating? What strategies you help you stay on track? Honestly, I don't know, but today I have uh, one principle. I don't know in my on my life. I don't have animal to make one thing. I don't make, but I don't know the difference about the break or procrastinate about this. I believe in my mind I procrastinated, and in my mind I for me is a one break, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the difference about this, but I don't have a animal to make you one thing I don't make. A simple this.
I see. And what do you think of this, Alex?
Oh, as Pedro, I've tried a lot of things to, techniques to don't procrastinate and to take a break and don't take more than just a break, because you start with the break and okay, but just more 30 minutes, and and so it becomes 1 hour too. So I tend to oblige myself to do things nowadays, like if I was doing a project to internship and I was like, oh my god, I'm working so hard, 2 hours, I'm gonna take a break, and so I slept, and I was like, no, tomorrow I will not sleep, and so I was obliging myself to obey this. It's hard because I've searched a bit about this subject, and they call it fricção límbica. I don't know how to speak it in Portuguese. So it's okay when you feel like this feeling like, oh, I need to take a break. I need more 30 minutes. It's normal because your mind is asking for it, but you have to do something. So how I differentiate, I try to see if I'm taking more time than it's assim, eu tento ver se não é mais tempo do que eu preciso, and if I'm not cheating doing my task.
Yeah, for me, it's basically I don't know how to really differentiate it, but I feel like if just, as I said, if I just start with something, or it can not only be the technology, but if I start doing another thing while I'm doing one first thing, and I that leads to another thing and to another thing, I completely lose the focus on that. So what I try to do is, like, if I know I had something to do really important and I know it's getting late, I just drink some coffee so I can stay awake, woke up, and not to sleep. Because if I sometimes I'm doing something and I'm really tired and I'm just okay, just avoiding sleep, but not accepting that I'm sleeping. So it can happen. And strategies, I think, to try to plan everything that I need to do, and not to let everything for the last minute to be done. Because I have, for example, one situation that I have to do now, and I have a few days to do it. But and I'm avoiding it. I feel like, okay, if I do that the other day, I'll be more experienced with anything. So that would be better for me. But I cannot let that to the last minute. So I think maybe I have to do that today, tomorrow, so that I don't be so much procrastinate. Don't do that so much. But it's, I'd say, for the moment, not possible to avoid it 100%. Sometimes it can happen, but it's important to have this mind of focusing back, getting back to the focus, even though it can take some time, but it's necessary, I'd say. And about the third question, Alex, can you read it and answer?
Have you found any specific tools or techniques that effectively help you overcome procrastination? As I said earlier, the only thing that worked for me was to oblige myself to do things.
The only one.
The only one. I tried a lot of things. I tried to write them down, to plan things, but I was creating a lot of excuses to don't do at the right time. So I'm trying this technique now. Just oblige myself, and if I don't feel good about doing this stuff right now, and I want to procrastinate this task, it's okay, because I know that there's a fight in my mind happening, and it will become easier to do the task. It takes time, you know. It's like you are working out the muscles. It's hard at first, but it become easier. So I'm trying. It's working, and I'm looking for this improvement in the long term. You know, I'm trying to notice things happening, the difference, and for me it's working till now. I'm trying for like 1 month, almost 1 month, and I can bring this subject in the future, like, oh, it's working better or not, but at the time it's okay.
Very nice. And one thing that I just remembered now is that I don't have any specific tool or technique to do that. I'm trying different ways to deal with it. But one thing that I get so annoyed about it is when I know I have to do something, but I don't do it, and I'm still worried about it, but I don't do it, and I don't do other thing. So I'm just get stressed out about what is happening, that is nothing, and don't do anything, and don't enjoy the time to at least relax a little bit. So I don't do anything, I don't relax, and I just get tired of everything without doing anything. So that really um stress me, because sometimes when I don't really know what to do, that can happen. But I'm trying to avoid this. At least if I know, okay, I'm not really into doing this right now, and neither the other thing, so I'm at least stopping to think about it and relaxing, so that the next day I can be better and do what I need to do. That's what I'm trying to do to avoid this, just being stressed out without doing anything. And how's it for you, Peter?
I don't have one specifically technique too about this, but many tasks on my life, for me, I resolving the fasting form and I free to the task. But honestly, in my point of view, I don't have problem in to procrastinating. For me, yeah, procrastinating is our own problem, but for me, it's not our own big problem on life. But you have one, I forget the name, but you have one sick. The people work a lot, and for me, this problem is more big to this problem uh, about the procrastination, but it's more important in my point of view. Okay, it's more important to procrastinate. It's not important. It's more good to procrastinate, and you have one good life to work a lot and uh, create one sick on your life. I forget the name, but it is a famous sick on the work. The people work a lot and in one time
Workaholic.
workaholic. Yeah, but this have other problems about this, the anxious, the stress, and the others. I work in one company on the past, and many people's living this problem. And one time, uh, the people stopping and they don't conseguir work more. But you have one in your left the option to procrastinate, and in your right the option to create one problem, workaholic, and the other. For me, the procrastinator is more good. But this is a one problem. But for me, it's not a one big problem. But about the question, I about the question, I don't have one. I forget the one technique, specific technique about this.
Let's see. And about the fourth question, can you share an experience where procrastination significantly impacted the project or task? How did you manage the situation, Peter?
Um, one situation. I don't remember. But I have situations. It's not a one big problem, but I on my life I go to one trip, for example, and I don't program this trip. I faço tudo em cima da hora, you know. But it is not a don't make a one problem for me about this. But I don't remember one experience to procrastinate. Uh, I don't know. I don't remember one experience about this impact our one project or task. No, I don't remember. Is not a good or not, but I don't remember.
Yeah, that can be a great thing, depending on your point of view. And how
Yeah.
about you, Alex?
Oh, it's a good thing, you know, Pedro. It's a good thing to don't have an experience with this because I have my life as as an example. Um, Procrastinating impacted all my life. That's why I'm 34 years old and I'm still trying to get things right. You know, a lot of friends and family they already are working on the on what they want to do, and I'm still trying. You know, I discovered this procrastination problem and depression and all this stuff at a late age, and how it was important to deal with feelings and thoughts, and it's what a lot so much things at the same time, and it takes times to takes time to really get yourself up, you know. The experience with procrastinating is with university, all the studies, and one thing that it's strange at work, I don't procrastinate. It's something it's strange because I feel obliged to do, and it's automatic. I don't procrastinate at work, but it's something personal. It's something if it's something that I need to study, I need to wake up. It's very 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 hard to do by myself. No, if it's for me, I procrastinate, and it's frustrating because you have to improve yourself through life. So you just forget about yourself, you know. And people, but you
Yeah.
need it. But I can't do it right now.
Yeah, I live the same problem. I don't know this is problem, but I live the same problem.
So it's I think it's a good thing for you to don't remember any case of procrastinating impacting your life.
Yeah, I think that too. And in my case, I don't know if that's the opposite, but I can say like if that's something that I like to, it doesn't matter if that's not really necessary, but if that's something that I really like to do or I would like to try it, that passa na frente de todas as outras other tasks that I have, and I do that first. And for sometimes it's not that great because the other tasks were waiting for me to do them, but it kind of relax me. Okay, now I've done that, so now I can start the other ones. Even though that's not the perfect situation that I should do, but that can help me to have this feeling. Okay, I did this. That's something that I really wanted to do. So now I think I can try to do the other things. And let me see one specific
Yeah.
situation.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, you can say.
No. I mean I have one uh about this, but you have one task, your project, and you procrastinate this, but you're living your life normally. The task or project is really important. This is a one question, no, but you procrastinate and your life don't modifies. Yeah, in the real is not important, big important in your life, but it's a one project, but it's not. It's very important.
Let's see. Yeah, if that's something that we can procrastinate and it's not really important, I think that's when we do that the most because it's not really important. So let that be. But one thing that happens too is like I'm procrastinating something. So when I stop to do that as an excuse, something surge and then I need to do another thing. So that I procrastinate again and again and again until I can really do the test. But now I don't remember one specific situation. I feel like the projects that I needed to do and I left for the last day that I could. Um, for me, that wasn't really a great experience, but I feel like, okay, that's the only time, the only moment that I need to do. So everything that I can do, I'm going to do, and seja isso mesmo. So having this in mind, that can help me to, okay, now just I did what I could, and if that wasn't enough, já foi. Sometimes that can happen. And Alex, about the next question, can you read it and answer?
Yes. How do you prioritize tasks to prevent procrastination from derating your productivity? Yes. Uh, I try to prioritize what will impact me most at a little time. What's more recent. Like if I have something with a deadline closer to me, I will try to prioritize this because something that let us procrastinate is to think that will be a lot of work. It will take a lot of time, so I won't do this. So I try to prioritize this I have to do to this deadline, and it will impact me at first. So I try to cut them down in parts that I can do. Nowadays, I try to don't think I'm gonna do this today, all this stuff today. I try to do little parts of it. Yes, I cut them down. If I have more than one thing, I try my emergencial technique to oblige. So, but to oblige myself, I got tired a lot. Like I was doing this project, and when I got it done, I slept like 18 hours because it stressed your mind a lot. But it's a technique that's working. I have to do this. For me, it's working.
Yeah, and sometimes it's surprising for me when that happens. Like I feel it's going to take so much time. I'm going to procrastinate it. But then I do that and it takes less than I thought it would take time. So that's okay. That wasn't that bad. So I should have done that before. That wouldn't be that bad for me. But now that I just did it, that's okay too. And how do I prioritize? I'd say depending if that's for other people, it's something that I look to. If that's something for me, even though I try to do that because it's for me, it's better for me. I can procrastinate it a little bit more. And if that's for other people, like it depends to other people do something, then I really try to do that as fast as I can with the best that I can to not just do it de qualquer jeito, but do my best really. And I think that's it. I don't have any other thing. or technique to prioritize. And of course, depending on the moment of the day, I see, okay, in the morning I have this 2 hours. What can I do in these 2 hours? So I'm going to see if I can do something, or at least if I can start doing something that is a big project or anything, but at least to start. Because I feel like the main thing, the difficult thing, is to start. After you start, everything gets lighter, easier, I'd say. And how's that for you, Peter? Number 5.
Yeah, the question is good. For me, I don't see the procrastinating. It's not a one big problem on my life, the procrastinate, but I am very procrastinate the my tasks and personal and professional. But I have one I don't know one source about this, but I have one idea about this. But I procrastinate one thing. I I win in order. I don't know. I'm explaining, but I have one work to resolve, but I procrastinate this. But I in my mind, for me, is more good. I watch one movie. Uh, I live in the problem about the procrastinate, but I watch the movie. It's very good, you know. But for me, the procrastinate is not a one big problem. In all my life, I procrastinate my tasks and the all things on my life. But yeah, I live. I don't have a problem to this. But yeah, today I think about the procrastinating and this is a one problem, but I have opinions. I don't know about this, but I don't. For me, I prioritize the task is good for me. Uh, Principally in my personal life, but on the paper is this, but in real life, I I think this, but I don't make. I procrastinate too. It's a one big looping on my life. I procrastinate to uh, tasks and prioritize the personal, but I don't make the personal and procrastinate. You know.
That can happen. And is that something that you're trying to change, or oh, you're okay with that? That's how it works. How do you see it?
For me, it's okay. But I procrastinate, but I resolve the tasks on the time. But is more uh, hard to live in this. But the tasks sempre fica para a última hora. But you make a fast and create other problems about this. But in my on my life in all my life I resolve the don't all but the principles. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I see it. It's interesting. And Alex, about the question number 6, can you read it and answer?
Yes. What role does time management play in your efforts to overcome procrastination? It's a major role because as I said earlier, I try to prioritize what it's right at the corner. I try to prioritize this, and I try to take more days than it would take, because I know that something will happen. I will procrastinate at some point. So I try to reserve more days to do a task. And if I do this, it becomes easier. So it's another kind of. technique, and for me, it's working. Some people are like, oh no, do it all in one day. No, for me, it won't work. I try to do things little by little, and it's okay. I think it's okay for me for now. It's okay. It's the way that I found. So that's the way I should focus and respect myself at this point. You know.
Yeah, and it's different for each person. Maybe one person deals better with this procrastination to avoid this in a different way than you, and that's okay. As you said, each person, you have your own way to deal with it. I have my own way to deal with it, and it's different for everybody, so that's okay. But for me, let me say, it's important, even though, as I said, I'm trying to get better at this. But I've realized that this time management really helps me when I follow it, of course. But because it can help me to see more clearly how does how that works, what I need to do in what time, in what time of the day, if that's in the morning or at night. That can help me to do that, especially when, let me see, when I know it's something that it's not really necessary but I need to do. Not really necessary to do right now, but it's great when I do things that I could postpone it, I could procrastinate it, but I do that right now, so I feel lighter, I feel like less heavier, the weight on my shoulders about it. Like, I'm free of this, so let me just relax a little bit more. That's better for me. And how's that for you, Peter?
Yeah, the time management is very important and it's very good, but I don't have uh, on my life. I don't have this. I tried uh, make this, but I don't know. I tried use uh, the Google and the others, the student, but eu não consigo. I make one task, and I in my mind I think this. Okay, I make this, and I don't I organize my time, but eu não consigo. It's a one problem for me, but I believe this is one problem to make the procrastinating. But uma coisa ajudaria a outra, but for me it's very difficult. I have one difficulty about this.
In the theory, it's perfect, but when it comes to
Yes,
the reality,
it's hard. It's hard for me.
let's see. And about the question number 7, Peter, you said that you procrastinated and you're kind of okay with that. But how does the procrastination affect your stress level? And what do you do to reduce stress caused by putting things off? Does it change?
Yeah, I don't have a problem about stress. I'm have I'm so patience, and I don't stress to situations or people or problems. I'm totally tranquilo. I one, but in my mind, né? I don't know but I don't have a problem about this. I don't have stress. I don't have I'm don't a one anxious person. Uh, this problems for me is okay. I don't have a problem about this. My big problem is more about the procrastinated and the time management. Another question, the number 6. I have one big problem to my time management. but stress and the others is not affecting me.
Yeah, see, that's great. At least that doesn't change your stress level. You don't get more stressed about it. You're just cool with that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And how's that for you, Alex?
Well, I try to do the things right now because if I procrastinate, as you said, I will become anxious about this, so I stress out, and it becomes a circle, you know. So I'm trying to keep things done nowadays. I try to note them and do them at the right time. I don't want this anymore. It used to stress me out a lot, but to get things done, it's something that really relieves me. You know, like, oh, okay, I'm done with this, so I'm free for my free time right now.
Yeah, I feel like that. If I do something that was pending, that's just a relief, I'd say, and that's great. This feeling, even though it can take some time, some days, some months, but it can feel great after that. And hi guys from the other room, how was the conversation? Can somebody tell me? Tell us.
It was good. We share a lot of experience and deeper experience, like Larissa and Mariah told about their experience. Actually, it was a good conversation.
Very nice, guys. And I want to ask you guys one more question that is not on the list, but I would like everybody to answer. And the question is, what did you learn today in the conversation? It can be about a new word, a new expression in English, or new methods that you're going to use to try to avoid procrastination, anything. Larissa, can you start?
I learned the word daring. I don't know if it is right. How to speak this word, but it's a new word for me. I think interesting.
Yeah, that's a new word for me too. I didn't know that existed before. And how about you, Peter? What did you learn?
Yeah, for me, Darling is a new, but it's not new, but for me is a time management. But I improve more on my life, and I don't talk. I don't talk about this, but this is our create one idea on my mind.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. You said if you try, let us know if that worked for you, how that was. And how about you, Maria? What did you learn today?
I feel that a lot of the things uh, we talked like about kind of deeper things between the questions, and I feel like I learned not only a couple of words in English, but like understanding a little bit more about how the minds of other people work, because I feel like sometimes my brain functions in a way that every person works in a different way, you know, and I feel it's really interesting learning how people work. Like Brenner said, I feel like he really likes having a routine, and I never met someone that liked so much having a routine in them. I feel like I learned a lot about that also, not only about English, but people in general.
Let's see, very nice. Let's see. And how about you, Brenner? Now that Maria said, what can you say?
I would say the same word of Larissa, derailing, but as she already said it, the how to pronounce recognize, I didn't know it before this immersion. I used to put the stronger syllable in CO, like recognize, not recognize, you know. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Thank you very much for being here today. And for last but not least, Alex, what can you say?
Oh, I've learned that we all struggle with this. I'm very happy to see people like Pedro. I'm really happy with this. That some people don't have this problem, you know, at all. And it's an inspiration, you know. Like I want to get in that level of to don't procrastinate at all, and it's okay to procrastinate a bit, you know, like at a normal level, and I will try to achieve it.
Yeah, just me too, like to do that and to if I do that, that to think that's okay. That's okay to procrastinate something sometimes and not not to be so stressed out about it because it won't solve the problem. So it won't do the task. I won't be able to think about other things. It would just consume me and will not make anything to solve it. So that's a really great point that Peter brought to us and really interesting one too. So guys, thank you very much for being here today. I just sent the survey link on the chat, so if you guys can, please just leave a comment telling how the conversation was for you. And if you have any other suggestions about different themes, different topics that you guys want to talk about, we can bring it back to. So just leave a comment there. And if you guys want to be with me again, I have two immersions on Tuesdays. It's 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. So you guys are always very welcome there. Thank you very much for being here, and I hope to see you again anytime. Bye bye. See you.